First, I just want to say that I'm not going to be making hair videos because that's not what I'm being told to do. So I'm being led in a direction and I'm going to follow that. Anytime I even think about making a video about hair, I get anxious because it's just so much hair and so I got that out the way. If you want to know what I do with my hair, just inbox me and ask. I will let you know. Um, I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm being led to share about healing. Since I am a healer, this is my mission here on earth. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And this is what I am still going through. But I know what to do. I was told what to do. And now I need to share with you how to heal yourself, how to forgive yourself, how to forgive others, and just totally and completely leave it. I want to start off by saying that knowing yourself is highly important. Highly important. And it is the best thing that you can do, not only for yourself, but for everyone that's around you. Okay. Now, most of you know that I used to be a Christian. About 6 or 7 months ago. I have not been awake that long. It's only been like 6 months since I've been awake, but I've had a lot of experiences that led me to question even before I really woke up. So I don't know, I was kind of like in the middle already, halfway there kind of. And you know, I was very real with myself, you know, and the reason why I started questioning was because of all my experiences, number one. And number two, everyone was just acting fake as hell around me. I felt like I was in the freaking Twilight Zone. Like everybody was putting on a show. And I just couldn't understand. Like, if everything that I'm reading in the Bible was true, why am I not seeing it? Why isn't anybody answering my questions? I'm supposed to be looking up to you. I'm supposed to be listening to you, and you have no answers for me. None that are sufficient enough for my mind, at least. So I started to question. And along the way, I started looking at myself, whoopee, and I started to notice some ugly stuff, y'all. I had a very, very bad anger issue. I'm a Leo, and my moon is in Aries, so I'm already, you know, full of fire. But I had a very, very bad temper. I would lose it, like, at the drop of that. And I started to think to myself, why am I acting like this? Like, why? What is it that I'm so angry about to the point where I am literally projecting it on other people, just spewing all of that negative crap out, just sharing it with everybody? And I started to question that, like, why am I so angry? Why is my first thought a negative thought? Why do I do the things that I do? Why do I think like this? Why do I act like that? And I started to question all that stuff. And I was one to pray a lot. I would go into my prayer closet and I would pray. I would go up on mountains at like midnight to like 3 o'clock in the morning and I would pray. And the experiences always happened after I would pray for some reason. Anyways, so I was always crying out to God, asking him who he is, what he is, why am I in the situation that I'm in, why do I act the way that I act? If you're so big and bad, show me who you are. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm sick of everybody around me acting fake as hell. Are you fake? Like, what's the deal? So I started to get angry and get mad and express myself and all of that towards God. Okay, and slowly but surely I got answers. Now I'm a faster. I fast. I'm actually fasting again. I know y'all are probably like, dang, Janine, just got off of a fast. What are you doing? But I have goals here. Specific goals. Very important goals that I'm trying to reach. And fasting helps me get there way faster than not. So that's why I fast. But I did a fast and I fasted for like 8 days. And after I fasted, I cried for like a month. A whole month. I tell you no lie. I would be sitting in Bible study, just chilling, listening to this stuff. And the tears would just fall. I would just have tears just falling, and people would look at me, what's wrong? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I just have this pain in my gut and the tears are just coming out. So I just let it flow. And there would be times where I would have to get up in the middle of the night and just cry for like 30, 45 minutes. Eyes all swollen and all that type crying. And I was wondering, why is this happening to me? Why do I keep crying? Why am I so sad? What happened? All these things were running through my head. And once I got all of the crying out, once I started to figure out, and in the midst of this, I started to figure out things about myself that were connected with my parents, that were connected with my past, that was still affecting me. Stuff that happened to me when I was like little, was still affecting me to this day. And I was like, I'm not going to let anything have that type of power over me. So this needs to be fixed. So I set out to fix it. But little did I know that I was going to be healed from it. So I was also led to make lists. And 3 lists. Okay, I got 3 pieces of paper and I wrote down 3 lists. Okay, I heard these things in my head and I did it. Okay. The first list was what others have done to me. The second one is what I've done to others. And the third one is what I've done to myself. And then on the back of that one, I wrote God, and I wrote down all the stuff that I was just fed up with him about. Like, look, this is what I really think about you. And if you're the way that all these people are saying that you are, guess what, buddy? I don't want to serve you or Jesus. Fuck out of here. So anyway, what others have done to me, what I have done to others, what I have done to myself. Now, when you make these lists, if you're feeling like, man, I be acting a certain way and I don't even know what my problem is, I don't even know why I be doing stuff like this, why I feel this feeling on the inside of me, why I act the way I act, make these lists. Take time to get by yourself, to listen. If you still serving Jesus, ask Jesus, the Holy Spirit, whatever you need to do, because that's what I did. That's all that I knew at that time, and it still worked. Okay, the Creator will hear you, either way, I got alone, like I would do in prayer, and I asked Jesus to walk with me through my past. I don't think that it was him now that I know what I know. I think that it was my higher self, but I'm just telling you, this was the place that I was in, what I did. I asked Jesus to walk with me through my past and point out those things to me that correlate with these lists that I made. And I didn't think, I just started to write. And I've found out now that that's called automatic writing, of a form of channeling. But I just started to write, and all these things started to come out from my past. Something that, my mom did, something that my dad did, something that this person did to me, something that that person did to me. Stuff that I was not noticing, and I wrote it down. Okay? And I read it out loud. Why I was upset with it, how it made me feel, um, and if it required forgiveness, then forgiveness. And if it required me to physically go to the person and ask for forgiveness, then that's what I did. But through the writing these lists, I came across one that really set me off. Okay? I read it out loud. After I wrote it and I read it out loud, it literally made me so angry. I crumbled at the paper, as you can see. I don't know if you can see. It's all wet and stuff, but I literally crumbled the paper up like, and I was so pissed, and I was like, oh my God. I screamed, I cried, I got it all out, okay? And it freaking felt good, okay? I'm not even gonna lie to you. It felt damn good to get that shit out, okay? And that's what I did. And after I did that, then I felt lighter. I felt different. I started getting visions. Something opened up on the inside of me. It opened like it was blocking a whole bunch of stuff, which I am guessing was some chakras. Some chakras was being blocked. And I freed them, I guess. And I started getting visions and stuff when I every time I closed my eyes, it would be like I was watching TV behind my eyes, like Mind TV or something. And I started to feel different. My surroundings were like, it was like I literally woke up and looked around and was like, what am I doing here? What is this? Why do I believe this? Who is Jesus? Who is God? Like, what's going on? Why am I with this person, my ex? I had to leave. I felt smothered after that point. I was like, I need to be free. I'm leaving, and that's it. And I left. I often think about the balance between me knowing that I am a light being and my people, the Moors, Black Moors, African Americans, Africans, whatever y'all want to say. I found it hard to find the balance because now that I'm raising my vibrations, everything that I'm looking at is just different. I don't see things the same. I'm about people who are awake. Whether you be white, whether you be Mexican, whether you be Asian, whether you be Arab, I'm all about people waking up. I'm all about people being righteous, and I'm all about people who are trying to raise their vibrations. Star seeds, indigo children, sun children. This is what I'm about. Okay? And the best thing that you could possibly do is to help yourself and to heal yourself. Otherwise, you are just participating to all the low vibrations and the negative energy just floating around here. It's quite simple. How can you possibly ever even help your people, which I hear, a lot of people talking about? How could you possibly help your people when you're not even healed? when you haven't faced your own demons? What are you going to do for somebody else? You can keep suppressing it. You can keep acting like, for all you men out there, that don't like talking or whatever. You can keep acting like, it's all good, ain't nothing wrong with you, but shit is not going to line up until you get right within. You're going to keep getting crap and keep getting it, and you're going to keep giving it. That's why I'm working so hard to clear myself. That's why I'm working so hard to raise my vibrations, because this is what's important to me. And what is important to me is transcending and ascending to different levels while I'm still in this physical avatar that I'm in. That's what's important. Everything else is distractions that keep you away from you. Religions, ways of life. Yeah, y'all try to sneak that one in all the time. Groups and stuff and all that. There's something in you that requires you to be a part of a group. Now, some of you may not be like that, so I'm not talking to you. But some of you feel like you need to be a part of something. I don't need to be a part of anything. Me, myself, and I is enough. I have all the answers that I need on the inside of me. If you're just patient and you wait, everything will come to you. Like now, I've been grounding, sun gazing, sunbathing, and I'm being downloaded with so much. I'm starting to hear clear. My higher self, I'm starting to hear. So I'm starting to know what to do, exactly what to do. When stuff comes up, it's like, okay, this is what you need to do. And I handle it. Bang. I knock it out. And yeah, it freaking hurts. It's not fun going through the dark night of the soul, which goes hand in hand with Kundalini awakening. You go through a dark night of the soul where all of your shit is brought up, where all of your character flaws is brought up, clear as freaking day. And if you fast, you really gonna see that shit. You really gonna see it. And some people cannot handle that. Some people don't want to handle that. Some people aren't strong enough for that. But it's necessary. Listen to me when I tell you, it is necessary. If I didn't do what I did, if I didn't question like I questioned, I would have still been looking to Jesus, looking to pastors for validation, looking to men for validation. All you women out there sleeping around, man, going from man to man to man, because you have daddy issues, deal with it. You men that get angry all the time, I hope you know that anger is a secondary emotion. Why are you really angry? Did somebody hurt you? Do you feel inadequate? These are the things that you need to think about. Instead of watching TV, instead of being up somebody's ass, instead of chasing after a freaking man, instead of chasing after a woman, do you. Figure out what makes you tick. Figure out why you do the things that you do. And if you don't like it, figure it out and change it. I just gave you a pointer in what to do. What I did personally. Handle it. Handle it. Handle it. And crush that shit. Annihilate it. Do you hear me? Annihilate that shit. Okay? You are not a slave to anything. Do not let anything have that much power over you to where you become a slave to it. Maybe that'll help somebody. Handle your business. Know yourself. Know thyself. Know what makes you tick. Figure it out. And if it's painful, the only way out is through. That's the only way out, is going through it. So get her done. I'll be here. If you want to talk to me, I'll be here. But Just know that I don't have it all together. Not yet, at least. I don't have it all together. I'm no saint. I have a very dark past. Y'all don't even know. And I'm currently dealing with that right now. Currently. And it's painful. I've been crying for like the past 2 days. But shit, it comes with the territory. I cry, I move on. I let it out, I move on. That's what happens. It's necessary. When you notice that things are backwards in your life, when you notice that things are not right, handle it. Like, do something about it. Like, for example, all I've known pretty much all of my life is pain and anguish and anger and bitterness. That's all that I've known. That's what my life has been up until this point. So guess what? You think if something good came along, somebody who really loved me, you think I would know what that even was? If it doesn't involve pain, it's not normal. That's how I used to think. If it's not painful, then it ain't right. That's fucked up. That's wrong. That's backwards. It's not right. Okay? It's not right. Now, I have all these demons going on, stuff that I haven't dealt with, and here comes a man that could potentially be my soulmate or whatever. If you believe in that, soulmates, you know, a person that's good for you, a person that loves you. You think I would be able to recognize that? I'd be like, no, I didn't like nobody kissing me. I didn't like nobody touching me. None of that. Don't touch me, don't kiss me. That shit made me uncomfortable. I didn't like that shit. I'm being dead serious with y'all, okay? Because I had issues. And one day I said, I'm not going to live my life like this. I need to change something. And I got directions on how to change. And I handled it. And it was painful as hell. Only the strong survive. Know what's important here, people. What's important is raising your vibrations. What's important is knowing who you are. What's important is connecting to your higher self. What's important is shifting with the earth. Because the earth is going to shift. And if you are not vibrating with it, you will be left in the third dimension. I understand all the stuff that's going on in the world is important, yeah, but nothing is more important than knowing you. And connecting with the earth, getting back to nature. Connecting with the elements. Getting your light codes. Getting downloaded, getting upgraded, updated. I hope y'all hear me. This is coming from my heart. This is some real shit. Coming from my heart, this is my journey. And I will be making more videos along this journey about everything that I'm going through because that's what I'm feeling led to do. So you'll see more videos. But I know this is going to help somebody. And if you want to talk to me, hit me up. I'm the coolest person ever. Promise. 13 love. 13 wisdom. 13 knowledge. 13 is the vibration. That goal. Peace and love.